clause are passed. Mr. Clerk, please read House Bill 1405.
House Bill 1405 by Representative Brown to create Quincy's Law and to provide for consideration of a differential diagnosis and an investigation involving abuse under the Child Maltreatment Act.
Representative Brown, you're recognized to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, I bring today House Bill 1405, Quincy's Law, and I want to thank the Department of Children and Family Services and Arkansas Children's Hospital for providing this amended language. I had a much more complex bill when this started out. This bill simply allows for, and I believe Dr. Cloud confirms, anybody can get a second opinion. But the reason we need to specify a second opinion is because there are a number of connective tissue disorders that mimic child abuse. And the reason I titled this bill, Quincy's Law, is that Quincy's parents brought their concerns to me over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I've lost track of time. I've done so much reading and investigating. He had been diagnosed by a local physician as abused. Other doctors who the parents presented Quincy to, either in person or his medical records only, diagnosed, or I don't know whether you can actually diagnose somebody if you don't see them, but indicated that they believed that Quincy actually was born with rickets. He had 18 broken bones at the age of 3 months. And he had a hematoma. Children with connective tissue disorders can suffer broken bones before birth, in the birthing process, and with normal handling. In the parents' ongoing search to figure out what's wrong with Quincy, because they've had numerous concerns, they recently learned that Quincy does have Stickler's syndrome, which the physician told them at that time is a close cousin of Ehlers-Danlos. And Quincy's mother was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos earlier this year, and his father has some rather obvious indicators that he too may have a connective tissue disorder, and that's still in the process of being determined. These connective tissue disorders are genetic, so that means they can be inherited and transferred. And all of what I'm learning about the failure to diagnose connective tissue disorders until adulthood, or maybe even never, and then with Quincy's recent diagnosis and his mother's diagnosis, this all casts doubt in my mind, and hopefully yours, on whether Quincy was actually abused. The proper diagnosis of connective tissue disorders means that children will receive the care they need as soon as they're identified. But anyway, this bill simply allows for a second opinion. It does not provide for a second opinion if it's been sexual abuse. Don't want to put children through that trauma again. But with that, I would ask for a good vote, and I will try to answer your questions if you have any. And like I said, Children's Hospital and Department of Children and Family Services provided this language.
Representative Brown has explained the bill. Would anyone like to speak against the bill or the bill? Representative Brown, are you closed for your bill? Representative Brown is closed for her bill. The question before the House is the passage of HB 1405. Prepare the machine, Mr. Clerk. Has everyone voted? Has everyone voted? Cast up the ballot, Mr. Clerk. With 93 yeas, 0 nays, and 0 present, the bill has passed. Mr. Clerk, please read 1696.